Shoot, cool. So that's what
Blame.
Yeah, so yeah, that's one of the things. Like, shoot, I wanted to make sure that we what you call it.
She just shaking her
What's
head.
going on, man? We
We
live,
from
man. We
Thomasville,
live. We
aka East
live.
Atlanta. You know what
I'm used to it.
All right, we
I'm used
live.
to it.
We
You used to
live,
it.
man. What y'all
Hmm.
doing? How
I'm
y'all doing? How y'all doing?
What zone you from, Martinez?
saying?
Ah!
On that zone 6.
Represent your zone.
All right, man. What's going on, man? What's everybody doing? How everybody feel? What's going
Everybody
on?
good. I'm good, man. I'm great. I'm
Hey,
feeling
man.
good. Feeling great.
How everybody weekend going, man? We live and we ready to go ahead, man. If everybody make sure y'all mute y'all mics for me tonight, unless you're talking, just in case, so we don't get any feedback. But man, I'm good. Oh, he's back in the DR. Oh, what's going on, Martin? Man, how you doing?
Hey, bro, it's a beautiful day, bro. It's a beautiful day.
Hey, man. I'm glad to see you, man. I'm glad to see you. How
And you,
everybody been? Hey, man. Hey, so we good to go. So man, let's get into it, man. I already did a little intro with the vision statement, man. Every Sunday we gonna make sure we say this and be able to understand. So I gave everybody a precursor. The next play vision statement is we trying to build meaningful relationships, use education and experience. To practice group economics with family and community. So this is why everybody is here, man. We all here learning to have a good time. We inviting other people to come, tell a friend, tell somebody else, subscribe to the YouTube channel, come to the Facebook group. But I got a good one for us today, man, and I've been talking about this one for a long time, and I think a couple of people will be able to see it. You know, we want to make sure everybody else can see it. But one of the biggest things is, man, we like the new thing that we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure that people can actually show their brand as we get online for the next couple of weeks, man. If you have a product brand or anything that you want to actually put out there and allow anybody else to see about you, I mean, we want to have something to talk about. Maybe people will invest in it. Maybe people will spend money with you. That's the whole point of what we're trying to do now, man. On top of talk about stocks and investing and just getting everybody up to speed on the knowledge of what we're doing. We want to make sure that everybody understand. Like, if you got a product, get at us. Use nextplayinvestors@gmail.com, and send us a message so we can find out what's going on and we can spread the word and help practice group economics more than just talking on a Sunday and not putting forth action. Other than that, man, let's get back to the topic at hand. Everybody want to know what the next play is. What's going on, fellas? Everybody, I'm trying to see where everybody at.
Hey, we right here where we're supposed to be at next play.
Got you. So what's up, Big Play? Big Play, is he ready?
Oh, I'm ready like Freddie.
Okay, got
Oh,
you.
Ready to go steady. Yeah,
Got
I got the NASDAQ, I got the S&P, I got the Dow Jones Report for this week. And this week was pretty rough in the market. The NASDAQ lost 4.9% to close at 13,192. The S&P lost 2.45% to close at 3,811. And the Dow Jones is down 1.78% to close at 30,932. This is a little over 10 days. The market's been down. So next week, it's going to tell the tale, Had a lot of losers in the market last week. Rough. But as in Mark Monroe says, we're gonna stick to the script. We're gonna keep our investment plan in place and push forward. As far as the sectors go, number one sector was information technology at 8.31% to green. Number two was communications, which was 7.53%. Three was industrials. Four was energy, which is on an uptick, and that's probably because of the economy starting to reopen. It's going to come back. Five was materials. Six was financials. Seven, consumer discretionary. Eight was consumer staples. Nine was real estate. And I really think it is true, man. I can't think it's true. We had a lady that was on the show a couple of months ago. She was talking about the inventory of real estate. And she was telling us the reason why the numbers in real estate was down because it wasn't in the inventory. And I actually took a look this weekend myself, and it wasn't in the inventory. I couldn't believe it, but it's true. And last but not least was 10 was utilities. And this week's next play nugget is diversification. And what is diversification? It is, in practical terms, diversification is holding investments which will react differently to the same market or economic event. For instance, when the economy is growing, stocks tend to outperform bonds. When things slow down, bonds often hang on better than stocks. So having a diversified portfolio, what it does for you, it lowers your risk. Diversification can increase your exposure to different asset classes. And number three, it can smooth out your return. So in a market like we're in right now, where a lot of technology stocks are down, if you're in financials, the financial sides are up, which will even out your portfolio so the losses won't be as bad. So you may want to take a look at diversification in your portfolio, add stocks, add half bonds, mutual funds and so on and so forth. So, but that's my time for now. Next up is Sammy Clark, aka Slam and Sam with news.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sammy Clark, and I'm going to bring you the news at Next Play Investors. First up are something that someone that you guys might not be familiar with. They're called zombie companies. Zombie companies are basically companies that have borrowed money from the government, and now they aren't performing, so they can't pay back the interest on these loans. You guys know some zombie companies, but you don't really recognize that they are zombie companies. Just to name a few: Macy's, Carnival, ExxonMobil. These are zombie companies, and what they intend to do, they suck up all the resources, the money that the government has to offer, basically, and they can't do anything with it because they're not growing, they're not contributing to the economy, basically. They're just absorbing money. And what in turn, what should be happening is that the way the economy is set up, we're set up to challenge each other to make ourselves better from competition. So in a normal sense, in a normal economy, what would happen, these companies would fold in return. These people, the engineers, the programmers, all these people would spread out, go amongst other companies and make these companies stronger, or they would develop other companies that would survive and thrive in these eras and times. But this is where the terminology zombie companies come from, because they just soak up all the money and the resources and they contribute nothing. Just one of the pieces of news that I have today. On to my next news nugget for the day is, does anybody really realize how deep these chip hacks really go? Solar Wind was actually hacked. Microsoft has been hacked. And these are all the chip companies. They're getting their chips from overseas or wherever, but the programmers, believe it or not, they're saying that we're being hacked by Russia, and they don't know the capabilities of what they're being hacked about. They don't know what kind of control they can have over our electronic products we have here, or what. They don't even know the capabilities. They could program it to where everything crash, or they could get all the information they need. They don't really know because of how methodical they have programmed these hacks in these chips. So you might want to, myself, I'm going to look into cybersecurity companies. Those are the ones that they're going to run to if anything hits the fan. Huh?
Narrowway will help you with cybersecurity. Just call me, sir. Just call me.
Hey, I'm just saying that's one of the stocks I'm looking for, basically, to invest in. That's just me. I'm not your advisor or anything. I'm making sure you guys know this is just something I'm looking into because of what I found in the news.
Hey, you know what? And I'm gonna back you up again like I do every week, because you hit right on point about what we're gonna talk about later. Keep going, sir.
Let's see, what else did I have here? Oh, the last news for the day is Zillow. Zillow real estate. Everybody knows, so I try to keep my ear to the ground when it comes down to real estate. Well, Zillow has just launched an app, and you could probably already see it in effect. Zillow, on their page, they have what they call a Zestmate. And this Zestmate actually determines, or it uses algorithms, all the information, the data systems, and they put together a firm offer of what you should be purchasing the house for. And they're using that information, get this, to make money. And they make money how? Because they developed the system. They know what to offer the sellers for these houses. And in return, they're getting these houses, going in, doing whatever they need to do, put them back on the market. The houses now are averaging on market. If you have a house on market, 14 days before it's sold. This is how Zillow is turning Zesmate into money. If you're investing in real estate, those companies can actually also might want to look into them also. Not your financial advisor, but Zillow, you need to look at and see, hey, what they're doing. And I'm quite sure you'll see that they're doing a lot right about now. Over what, 500,000 houses in inventory right now.
Wow.
So that is the news and the news nugget I just gave to you. Sammy Clark, I'm out.
Hey, I got a question. Could you run the playback again on how Zillow is making money out of the deal?
Oh, Zillow is making money out of the deal. If you go on Zillow, pull up any home, and they have on the side tab, they have something called Zillow Mate. And what they do, they suggest the asking price, what you should offer. And people are using that as their bid for that property. Now, that house could go for more or could it go for less? I don't know. But Zillow is saying, hey, this is what we suggest you offer on the house. And they're using that offer to the mortgage brokers and all that, and they'll sell the house. Now, Zillow may already own the house. So they're making money that way. You get me? I just said they got 500,000 homes and buying more. Now, if you're a mortgage broker, you don't care. You go on Zillow, pick out a house. Zillow may already own that house, and they're suggesting to the mortgage broker, hey, you should be offering him this much because they're looking at the price that Zillow has already suggested. Well, this is what we're going to offer him right here. Zillow already knows.
I'm gonna tell you a real life experience. I had Zillow do that. What they'll do is they will send you an email with an offer on your house. And if you call them back, they'll send out an appraiser to come out and take a look at your house. And then they'll give you basically they give you a cash offer on the house, set the closing attorney up, and all that good stuff. So you're right. They've done that. So that's a smart way of controlling the market.
Yes, sir. And if you own the online platform where you already get the analytics from all the data of the houses and everything going on, you know what the number should be. It's like the banks. Just like the banks. You know the number. Where they buying in
They waiting for the market to turn.
at?
Wow. Okay.
So we just found the next play, but we've been talking about this real estate thing for a minute though. You know what I mean? Like we know that it's gonna make a turn as all these houses get bought up because of how the whole circle works. I mean, the housing markets and the housing starts are what drives a lot of other areas down in the financial system that got to be there. So if the houses are in trouble and they not selling, what's gonna happen next. The bank's gonna basically be in a situation where they ain't gonna make no money. So
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yep.
So
Yep.
we good, man. I think we're gonna figure this thing out. Well, let's keep it moving, man, because we got to get some charts in. We got to talk about some stocks. I got something big tonight that I want to talk about. I think this is going to be the best thing going this week is to try to figure out exactly what's going on. Everybody's been hearing about this, and the market's been taking a bunch of dumps lately. I mean, it's been ugly for the past couple of weeks. I think that that's one of the biggest things is we got to get into, but the numbers hadn't really changed right now for all the other stuff that we factor in and we look at for what we base a lot of the decisions off of. So, the GDP numbers they still the same because they come out every quarter. The first quarter of the year is still not over, so we still looking at that right now. That the goods and services and stuff are kind of still kind of lagging. Production is still kind of down. And we totally know that. So it's one of the things that we can actually go and look. And we get that from the PMI as we use to kind of do some of the fundamental analysis of what's going on, and that's the purchase managers index that explains to you about production output. They've been, we talk about this and we get the reports and we pull it and we look at the different numbers and they come out every quarter and every month and you can see what's going on in the United States. So we definitely want to keep up with it. It will be changing over because today is the last day of the month. So I have some new numbers for you next week. And we'll basically be able to see exactly what's going on. That's my report for is actually for the numbers. But tonight's big topic, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the topic of tonight. You know what I mean? If everybody can see it, you can see it on the screen. I'm gonna get into what Bitcoin is and I'm gonna take away from some of the other stuff that we usually do and talk about because I want everybody to kind of know they keep hearing about Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin going up, Bitcoin going down, Bitcoin's doing all this, and it was a little angel, one of our members. She's not here. We want to give a big shout out to Morena. Morena sent out a video this morning that solidified that I should go ahead and kind of bring this into the group and I'm still looking for a more. I have a friend that is an expert on this thing, but I know enough, and I can speak on what it is, so people can start kind of really understanding what Bitcoin is. First off, Bitcoin is an app, and when we want to talk about it, the blockchain is what you really want to be concerned with. The blockchain is actually what controls and collects and gets everything together with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is a app that a group or a person nobody knows named Satoshi Nakamoto. He was the one that created it, a so-called creator. Nobody really knows about this guy. So with Bitcoin, what you have is an app that runs on a hashing algorithm that checks and checks itself, and it can't be hacked. It's one of the strongest ways of actually securing data. So when you hear about blockchain, this is where you hear the most about. Blockchain is a system of computers that they use to actually check all the Bitcoin and be able to process the transactions that happen all over the world. So the thing about Bitcoin, Bitcoin is not just a thing that's centralized here in America. Bitcoin is not just it has no boundaries. So when you get into Bitcoin, we all got to know that Bitcoin is a little bit different than anything else. I mean, this is the product that is really soared on the market. And one of the cool things about it, Bitcoin only has a limited supply of $21 million. So this is what you're seeing when you're seeing the price go from 45 to $50,000 per Bitcoin, because it has it's not like the money that we have in America. Like everybody is happy about the stimulus payments that came out. Well, the government can go in and print money anytime they want to and nobody is accountable for it. That's why they call it fiat money because it's not backed by anything. They just decided to go in and print money. With Bitcoin, after this 21 million is actually created, there's no more that can ever be created. Nobody can make anymore. It's a closed loop system. Nothing else can be done about it. No bank or at this present time, there's no country or bank or anybody that own it. It's completely owned by the people and it was created for the people by the people to create freedom because it took the borders away from countries taxing people to move their money around from people trying to figure out how can I do stuff without governments knowing because just like Sam said, it's a lot of hacking going on right now. So the government can use all your banking information. Companies like Google and Facebook can take take metadata and actually use that metadata to find out how you live your life to influence your decisions. With Bitcoin, everything is private. You know what I mean? You don't have nobody like even though that your wallet is open to the public and everybody can see your wallet anywhere, nobody knows who owns the wallet. Nobody knows who owns the numbers. So this is what you're hearing about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a product that was created and it's used as money. And it's just like fiat. Like your money now is sitting in a bank somewhere. Even though you have a debit card, that you don't know where that money is. You don't know. You're going on the hope and belief system that when they say that this amount of money is on your app, that's how much money is on your app. And it's the same concept with Bitcoin. But the thing what makes Bitcoin so good, it can't be manipulated. If inflation goes up, Bitcoin just it is what it is. You can't go print more money to try to cover your tracks or try to do anything. Only thing you can do is to drive the price up. So this is what you're seeing with Bitcoin becoming more useful when you see people like Elon Musk and you see other people are starting to find usefulness in how to transaction and trade with it, except for, besides it used to just be used for illegal stuff. So now you're seeing more and more people starting to buy into it because it's starting to become a real world currency. I mean, you can do business with somebody in Asia, and y'all can actually just do transactions online, and it's safe and secure using Bitcoin because
Hey,
blockchain. Uh huh. Go
hey,
ahead.
Frank, let me touch on this also.
Go ahead.
Um, what he's speaking about is how inflation. They saying that they got to raise interest rates and everything else. Now, by you living here this long, how is it that, say, for instance, the flat screen TVs when they first came out, they were 3,000, dollars, and now the flat screen is what, 200, 300, $400.
Yep.
The price has gone down. So how can, if you print more money, how can it remain high instead of getting cheaper? That's what he's talking about. The value of it is not there. There's no way. So they're blowing this smoke and mirror game on you with the word inflation, and at the same time they're reaching into your bank account, taking your money because they're saying inflation, inflation. But everything else, the more and more you have of it, the cheaper and cheaper it is. So why is that not so with inflation?
And that's the precise reason why Bitcoin was created because
Exactly the
you got
reason.
one of
You
the
can't
key.
do it.
And to go into the video that we all shared in the admin section, um a lot of small companies like Africa and Asia are able to civilize themselves off of Bitcoin. So when you see this price going up, this is a worldwide price. This is not a price just here in the United States. Like it is being used in South America and so many different places to be able to help the people get things that they couldn't because people living in the middle of the jungle or somewhere in a remote island or a remote area, they don't have anything but internet. They don't have a bank that they can go to. So with Bitcoin, you got an app on your phone or you got access to the internet. You can have transactions. They like we were talking about the video we were seeing today too. They even got meters where you can pay in schools in Africa, and we're gonna try to look into it now that I've seen it because I talked to somebody. But we can help people in other parts of the country without having to give to these corporations. And send, with Bitcoin, you can send it directly to the people in need. You don't have to have middlemen. You don't have to have anybody manage your money. You can send it directly to whatever organization that has an account and help them out or to feed the hungry or natural disasters. You can send the money to the people, not to the people in the middle that's going to take fees and take money off of it and try to do other things to actually make their profit and make it where the people still get less. That's why Bitcoin was created. It was created for the people to decentralize the money system to make it where the people can be under control and not complete control of whatever financial instrument that their country made. So when you see this as being traded, it's going up because more and more people are being dissatisfied with government. And they want to be able to do things. You'll hear a lot of stuff trying to say it's all illegal people, but it's a lot of people that believe in security because there's so many governments actually doing cybersecurity tactics, like he said earlier, Russia. Russia has been known, but they're not even the worst ones. I mean, you got Ukrainians, you got the Israelis, you got the Middle East has been rebuilt because of cybersecurity. When you go and look and you realize that the Indian culture, they have actually built their whole economy around doing IT and cybersecurity. Some of the best people in the world come from the Middle East. So it's not, you'll hear these stories of Oh yeah, it's for drug dealers and people who want to do illegal stuff, but it's really big for small time people in remote areas to be able to make money and provide a living for their family and try to get a better way of life. And it brings me to the next part of this whole thing. Um, on top of knowing about Bitcoin, I got some personal experience with this, but we talk about the miners. So the miners are what control the network. You hear people talking about miners, you hear people talking about Bitcoin mining. What you're gonna have is these miners. This is what actually processes the Bitcoin hash rate. And you can build one on your own. This is if you got a little money because they don't draw the price up of the parts, you can build a mining rig of your own and get free Bitcoin. You know what I mean? And you have to go read up on it on your own. But you can build your own mining rig, get Bitcoin for free, and just stack it up in your account. Yes, you're gonna have energy you're gonna have to spend, but you don't have to just buy Bitcoin. You can put up somebody in the group knows, and I've explained to them like we had miners a couple of years ago that we was making a little money off of because you put it in your house and put it on your network, join a mining pool, and if you got enough hash rate and hash processing, they pay you every day in Bitcoin for having this on your network at your house. We can set it, hate to throw the plug, Neurowave can set up Bitcoin miners, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, we can set up Bitcoin miners and allow people to do this, but the biggest thing is you just got to have the energy power. I mean, we got a few pictures of some small rigs right on the screen there, and that's all it takes to mine Bitcoin. A couple of what they call GPUs, which are video cards, a processor, and a motherboard. And you set it up at your house and you let it run on your network and you put the software on it, and the software allows for the miners to actually process Bitcoin, and when it processes it through your system, you get paid for processing Bitcoin. You spend $10,000, you'll get one of the probably, and they have calculators online. You can go find out. So there's so many ways to get into Bitcoin, and I want people to know like all the coins have miners, all the coins have all have processing fees. You get paid on all these coins to do more than just buy it, because over time this thing is it's going to get bigger because they're starting to use it more. I think that was the biggest thing when Elon Musk was the pioneer. He went and spent 1.5 billion on Bitcoin. And you got to understand 10 years ago when it came out in 2008, well, we're roughly a little bit 13 years, they was like, oh, it'll never make it. It'll never make it. And I like I said, I've been messing with cryptocurrency due to some other friends that I got up north. And you got to understand, like, we get into it, we don't just have to buy Bitcoin. There's so many uses for the blockchain. Everybody knows Bitcoin. The blockchain does so much more. It stores information. It stores a lot of cloud features. There's a lot more to Bitcoin than just buying Bitcoin. And a lot of the stocks, I think, to tell you the truth, the stock that our favorite guy, the unicorn, hit big on, uh, this is why that stock hit so big. He took a $5 stock and it went to $75 in less than 3 months, and it's because they were doing Bitcoin mining. That's the whole thing. They process Bitcoin, and this is going to be the wave of the future for investing. You got to really understand that it's not about what you see, it's about what they don't show you that's actually profitable, because you can do this on your own and make it an investment, and you can make money in so many different ways. So this is the new next play. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say buy it. I'm gonna say you're gonna have to do your own research and find out where you want to get in. But there's multiple ways to get in with Bitcoin and get paid. You don't have to go and put your hard-earned money into it. You can be a miner. They got services out there, processors that are using Bitcoin, and you can make money for that. They even have a pool. If you have a miner, you don't even have to do nothing but rent your miner out, and they'll do all the work for you. And so all the same things that are in regular life, like renting a car, people will rent your miner just because they need more processing power. So as Bitcoin gets bigger, they're gonna need more and more people to process this information. They're gonna need more, like as people start to use it, it's gonna need more and more people to process the information. So I think, like, when you're seeing Bitcoin go up and you're seeing Bitcoin in the news, the biggest thing I would hope everybody see is there's so many things going on with Bitcoin, and now that the banks and stuff are starting to trade it, I mean, we got some funds that are coming out on the market, some futures that are using Bitcoin as the backing. So you hear the financial porn and the scare tactics that go on in the media. They quickly to tell you, oh yeah, it ain't gonna do this and ain't gonna do that, but all the big banks are snatching up, as much of it as they can. You know what I mean? All the big banks are trying to get in on the exact same thing that they telling you not to, and so you got to really pay attention to what they're saying. But you can go to Antminer. It's a Chinese company, and you can see some of the stuff over there. You do a Google search, you'll find out about a miner and what components you need to do. And they got diagrams online for you to learn how to build your own miner for the people that kind of want to be, they want to build their own rig. It's things you can find out there, or you can just buy Bitcoin. But the Bitcoin hype, I think, is going. They predicted at the beginning of the year, before the beginning of the year, was going to 100,000. Well, they pushed it all the way to 55. So I have no doubt that it might not get 100 because they don't want it to grow that big that fast. But I guarantee you, it's probably gonna hit some high numbers in the next couple of months, just because stimulus money, the new millennials don't like the government and they really into Bitcoin, and that's who's really driving what's going on with Bitcoin. It's the younger generation. The younger generation is like, you know what? We want to do this. You know what I mean? And so that's pretty much all, man. We're gonna talk about it, and I think it's stock time. I just want to let everybody know what happened with that, and I think that's it. Anybody got any questions? Anybody want to know any more? We'll try to have Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as part of our Sundays now, and start trying to educate on cryptocurrency. And like I said, I'm still working on trying to get the expert to come on and play the game with us. But
I want to say something about Robinhood and cryptocurrency. And what I found out with Robinhood, Robinhood is a platform where you can buy stock. That Robinhood sells a derivative of cryptocurrency. So they don't actually sell the actual coin; they sell a derivative of the actual coin. So
correct.
just want to let everybody know that. So you may have to use a different platform if you actually want to buy the actual coin, the actual crypto coin.
Oh, okay. So okay. You talk. We on you, right? But yeah, I realize. Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Who are the ones that use it?
Yeah, yeah, I got you. Martinez, man, you over? Are you up, man? We ready to get some stocks going?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Oh,
Y'all,
okay. Well, I got you. I tell you what, man, get yourself together, and we gonna keep it going. So what's going on, man? We got anything else we want to talk about for a minute, man, and give Martinez a little time? Oh,
Well, I tell you what. Does everyone in the group have some type of trading account? Is anyone in the group who doesn't have a trading account? Everybody got a trading account. They got
In other words, everybody has a platform they trade off of.
Yeah, everybody's good. Okay.
yeah, because I mean, one of the biggest things. I think we got to get back to trying to do some of that informative. Like we can't set them up for you, but if you get a trading account, it'll help out a whole lot.
Yeah.
Okay. My next question: did anybody buy any stocks last week?
Dang, hold on.
Yeah, I bought stocks, but I don't want to
I
talk
bought.
about them today.
Hey, hang on. I think I bought something.
I bought stocks.
Oh yeah. Hey, Stacy,
I don't want to talk about it today.
it's your favorite company, boy. Hey, I went back in for another tip. You know they're at $89 now.
Really? He's talking about TQQ, people.
Yeah.
You know it. They're
Talking about
at $89,
So
and you know what it's gonna do.
Well, really, this week right here, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This week right here is gonna tell the truth.
Yeah,
Because this market's been taking a beating. So
it is.
this week is gonna tell the truth. So, but at the same time, you look at the market, if you can look at it as an opportunity, where everything's on sale, like at a retail store, they got these shoes on sale. They were $500, now they 50% off. everybody's going to buy them. So it's kind of the same thing in the market right now.
Yeah.
So buy good companies. I think you'll be all right. But, I'm not a financial advisor. I know I'm a fiduciary. This is just for educational purposes only. So do your own research. Don't blame me if you go down the wrong direction.
Hey, and I would co-sign on what he's saying. Like the companies basically they look at it as a discount.
Right.
Just know that don't invest anything you're not willing to lose, and know that in today's market, your return on whatever you're buying now, because the market is on a downtrend, it's going to show returns later on when the economy starts to recover, which means it'll probably be near the end of the summer, actually, from what I'm going into. During my news, I failed to let you guys know that Wells Fargo is actually putting their money over into the customer services department. That's where they're spending their money. BlackRock is also doing the same thing.
Hey, my guys.
You
Hey,
know it.
you want to
BlackRock is
know
doing the
something?
same thing. So
Yeah,
you guys might want to look over in that sector. That's where I'm gonna be. I don't know where you're gonna be. But and also you might want to look into AMC. They
BlackRock
may
bought
be
some
doing
more
a
of them.
run on it like they did GameStop. So it might be opportunity to pick you up a few shekels here and there. Oh, they're at $8. So it's a cheap one. You can pick it up. To me, it's just a gamble. I may throw a little bit of money at it and see what it do. Either way.
I tell you what, y'all want to go ahead while Martinez is getting ready. We'll go ahead and pull up.
Yeah, I'm ready.
AMC.
I'm ready.
Oh,
Are you ready, Martinez?
Yeah, because see, I'm gonna tell you something about that real quick. BlackRock just bought a lot of stock in the AMC. Just bought a lot of stock in Snowflake. Just bought a lot of stock in a lot of companies that have been going down. And BlackRock is a part, like, on the low, they trying to say BlackRock might have had something to do with all that. I'ma just leave that where it is because we is on the internet and that ain't for me to talk about. But I just seen some stuff that they're talking about. The hedge funds and these investment companies are really the drivers behind a lot of this internet craze. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And BlackRock, like, they made a lot of money doing that whole little internet. Like, they say they made something like 38 billion off that whole little thing.
They did. They
They
did.
made 38 billion off that whole little thing that went on. So they wound up taking 38 billion.
That's what you read in the news, though. You not saying it yourself. You read that in
Yeah, I
the
read
news,
that in the
right?
news. Yeah, I read that in the news. I mean,
All
I'm
right,
not
all
saying,
right.
yeah, that was in
Yeah,
publications.
yeah.
You can find that online yourself. Hello?
Yeah. Can I interject something about AMC?
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
I bought a couple shares earlier in the week, and I was talking to Stacy. After the report I read about Governor Cuomo in New York opening up 25% of the movie theater, or opening up the movie theater's capacity to 25%. So it did really well at the beginning of the week, and I think I bought it for like 6 or 7 or something like that, and it did really well, and it kind of leveled off towards the end. But yeah, I'm sticking with AMC. I thought that was pretty good. I was talking to another friend of mine, and when you guys got time, I'm not really sure of the format, but he was telling me about a company, MLPDX.
Hold on, we gonna write that down. We chart things up like that around here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we want. We chart things like, hey, if you got something that you want us to look at, we trying to buy in with you.
All right.
What you say that ticker is?
It's MLPDX, and basically what it is, it's the way it was explained to me. Investigating that Biden is looking to shut down the Keystone Pipeline. It's a collection of companies that basically ship oil. So that's who they would probably be looking towards once the Keystone Pipeline is shut down, if it's shut down. The thing that made it attractive is the price. Number one, it was selling for like $3.60 a share, and then they give residual or at 15%. So that's one that when you have time, you can look at.
Okay.
I was doing my
Keystone
research on that.
Pipeline. I'm gonna look into it. Hey man, we definitely like for inside information. That's what we call that because you part of the group. I'm glad you're on here. What's your name, sir? Can I ask you?
Yeah,
Mr.
it's
Wright.
Jason, of course. Yeah, it's Jason. Jason
Oh,
Wright.
oh, what's going on, Jason? Nice to meet you, Jason. I'm glad you're on the show, and thank you for the information. How about this, y'all? Can we pull it up, or is it something we can look at, Jason?
Sure.
What's
MLPDX is what I was told. Yeah.
Hey, put it in the chat, Jason.
Yeah, put it in the chat for me, Jason.
I'm on my phone. I'm on
I
my
got
phone.
it. I tell you what, I'm gonna put it in the chat for you. I got it. I wrote it down.
Okay.
We
All right.
gonna help you because you trying to help us.
All right.
Yep.
There it is.
Yep.
what is it, fellas?
You see it, MLPDX.
You got MPLDX.
It's MLPDX.
Yeah, that's what I had.
Yeah, it's MLPDX.
Yeah, but he ML.
Yeah, MLPDX.
It's not coming up.
Okay, so it's gonna be Keystone Pipeline. Let's find out what's going on. Tell you what, let's pull up another one. I'll do some research on mine. Yeah, y'all go ahead and go forward. I'll take duty on it.
Okay.
All right. Well, I tell you what, since Sam brought it out, let's pull up TQQ and see what the market is doing and what it looks like, man.
That's three Qs, Martinez. You should know that.
Let's see if any buyers in the market.
It's at 89.22 right now.
Golly. What's the next play with that? Martinez, can you share your screen?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's in the buyers. I guarantee you that. Man, hey, ain't nothing but doggone institutions in that joker, bro.
Shoot.
All right, everybody see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Dum diddy dum diddy dum. Oh, I see. Okay. Got it.
Damn.
Okay, folks, we're waiting while the wizard aligns the chart to give his prediction of the price.
Hey, Stacy.
All speculation. He is coming to you live from the Dominican Republic.
Straight from the DR. Hey,
Not in the United
Swami,
States.
what do you have over there, Swami? He's
So,
out
bro.
the new Swami.
What's up, wrong with y'all? Hey, no, guys, what you can see on the chart that is actually in a great buying position.
I told you.
It's in a great. I mean, Friday would have been a good day to get in it, and tomorrow is going to be a good day to get in it.
And what would you say your entry? Do we have any buyers in the market or just sellers?
We got sellers trying to come in and take over, but that's just a pullback. But this is my scare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 days. This thing has had trouble breaking $92.
Yeah.
It seemed like they're selling out strong there, so it's gonna have to get it. If I get it in now, I know when it gets to 92, which is really not no money unless you're gonna load up the boat on it for the change. I want to get into it right now. I will wait for a bigger pullback, but my thing about this is what I see right here. Let's see if you guys I can show it to you. Because it looks like it's finna form an uptrend.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This area, see, we got a lower low, we got a higher high, and we got another higher high. It's not breaking these lower lows, so I think it's gonna bounce off this $88 price range and then push back up and probably get another momentum to break this. Either way, I would get in it right now because you're basically at a strong line of support around $8. Because I don't see price coming back down to 85.
Hey, Stacy, what was that stock at last month this time? Do you know?
You can look
Your
right
mic
here.
is muted. Your mic is muted. Stacy.
Last month, it was at about $105 with it averaged off at.
Dude, I can use $10 per share this month.
Yeah. I mean, it's got great potential because let's look on the bigger chart. I'm on the hour anyway. I'm looking at the entry. Hold on. Let's look at the big. Oh
See?
yeah.
See, that's the one I use. But I know when I trade, I flip to the hourly chart.
Yeah, I think this is a great point because
Yeah.
this is the line of support in this little area right here.
Mm-hmm.
Bouncing, I think it's gonna bounce off and continue up. This is just a big pullback. It's just been a bad month. That's all.
Yeah. So you're talking about basically like 88, 82.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, 89, you're around that area. I'm saying like, you can jump in it now. I don't see it coming past 85. I just don't. Because
Yeah.
it's this stock, you know how I did last month, it went to $100. Unless it's just some foolishness come out bad, you know. That's just looking at the charts.
Hey, they don't have any well, I guess the report won't be out till next month, I think. When is it? Yeah. That's when the report, I think, comes out next month.
There's a lot of red on the board. Jeez.
I see it.
Anybody got something else?
My question is, does anybody in the group know why the market is pulling back so tough?
What goes up gotta come down. Profits gotta be, the big people gotta take profits at some time. The banks gotta, they it's kind of like fishing. You throw the worm out there and you wait for the fish to come along and bite. But
Yep, they ran
every so
just
often,
like,
you got to restock the pond.
just like we did on this stock station when you ran it up to $100 some, the bank said, hey, might well get, like you said, get some of this money. Let's do it again.
Yeah. Because I don't see anything in the market that's causing the crash, man. You know, you think about like Tesla. What happened to Tesla? Why did Tesla drop a couple of $100? Why did Apple drop a couple of $100?
Tesla dropped because Elon made that bet on Bitcoin. I mean, that
Yeah.
you got to understand, they got a lot of investors, the old money of the world, they're still not, all in on Bitcoin. And
Yeah, he lost
1.5,
like what, 11 million or something, 11 bit, something like
yeah,
that.
and putting 1.5 billion into Bitcoin, you know, and then you got some slow, like, when we talk about the PMI report, manufacturing report, you also got to realize the report ain't really been good. You import exports for GDP hasn't been good, so a lot of parts are late, so that's causing deliveries to be late. That's how a lot of this ties in together. We looking at the production of what we got, and and you see that production hadn't really been what it's been. So when we look at why the market's down, I mean, it's inevitable. I think we learned this a long time ago that the production is going to go down before anything else. You know what I mean? Once the production goes down, it takes a minute through the supply chain for stuff to get to the retailer. And then once it gets to the retailer, then you got to realize that the company then feel it because they lose money on sales. So when you look at earnings report back in January, a lot of people really didn't make earnings. You know what I mean? A lot of people were either right there or just a little bit short. So the projected numbers that they had, a lot of them missed it. I mean, and then the ones that did, they barely was over their numbers. So it's time to collect. I mean, we're gonna see next month when the numbers come out. We like what's going on, but like we know the market reacts and then they report. You know what I mean? And so that's one of the biggest reasons why it went down is because the reaction was imminent. We just didn't. We gotta, some of the stuff we gotta really go look at, and some of it they just, they the bigger wolf.
Mm.
they, see, they just the bigger wolf.
Ooh. I I mentioned Snowflake when they came out as an IPO. I mentioned them. And huh? Data. They're a data company. They got a lot of, yeah. Yeah, Snowflake is up there, man. Mhm. Snowflake is snow. SNOW. They're at $259. They just had a big pullback.
Okay, hold
Big,
on.
no.
What's it? It's snow?
That they were at 300 on their high. Mm. Is that when they're talking about they were over evaluating and stuff? Hmm. 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 I
Right,
don't
let's say
know.
everybody, and they had millions and millions of retailers. That's the only way. Too solid, too solid. I Snowflake.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you.
Anybody want to buy it? You know, this is a buy area right here. You can just
Yep.
look at it without even looking at it. It's right in the buy area.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm. Yeah.
But if you look at history, then I would.
And
Yeah.
every indicator on this one says sell, sell,
Sell.
and strong
Sell.
sell.
Yeah. It's saying sell bad, but some coming down the line with them because again, BlackRock just up. They just made a partnership with them for one of their platforms called Aladdin. It's a data platform with an algorithm that looks at a lot of data, and something going on. I just want to catch it and see what else they doing if they start moving. Cause that
Uh,
down, that trend line look real bad right there. I'm
ooh,
looking at that is like going down Six Flags.
yeah, that's a nice one.
That thing is like going down Six Flags. That's the mind bender. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Mind bender.
Yeah, that's the mind bender. I don't know what's gonna happen right there. But that's the next one. Well, I think going into the week, man, pull up WKHS. Let's go and see what Workhorse doing, and then see,
Yeah.
cause that's the one we should really be trying to look into. I think all the news on all the mail trucks is finna subside, and then it's WKHS, and
Are they partnered with someone right now?
yeah, and that's another thing. The news is coming out, and they real cheap right now. So we you see that they
God,
got
Whoa, yeah.
yeah
look at
they
that.
yeah this
Look
is
at that candle. Oh my God.
God,
yeah so
dog.
that one
Now
right
that's a
there.
ride on a roller coaster, Franco, right
Hey,
there.
man, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I always like the old Scream Machine because that thing there, that stock there, I got faith in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I just
that
want to see the numbers because the Scream Machine, you go up that big rickety hill and come all the way down. You don't know if it's gonna come out the tracks and then you just
now that's a doggone hill
you
there.
just be screaming all the way down, hoping that old roller coaster don't come down. But I'm gonna tell you, these people got too much product. uh I mean the numbers ain't there right now because the investors is really bad right now, but you got to understand these people got a working product. I've been looking into it and I probably research and I come back to it next week, but I got to figure out like what happened, why they didn't get the contract with the USPS, because that's what caused that candle right there.
That's what that was.
Yeah, me and Moreno last Wednesday when I was live during the day.
Yeah.
That's what that's what caused that candle is news.
Oh, I had already pulled them jokers up one time. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That one right there. That's what that news was. What caused all the problem. And you look at it as something happened, man. I've been riding with them for 3 months, and I'm glad I got out. Like I didn't get a chance to get back in because I was out of town.
Yeah,
And
you lucky. They were at 40.
yeah, I've been riding and playing with them for the last 3 months. So I think they're gonna come back because not too long ago they were nothing. So they ain't going
Yeah.
back to nothing. They
This,
got
hold
product.
on, let me see. That was
Oh yeah, I'm gonna stop presenting. Oh,
I got you.
and
about 14 days ago. They were at 40, bro. 14 days and jokers dropped.
Well, yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things is they they dropped pretty good, and I mean they
Yeah,
actually they lost more than half of their share price.
yeah.
It's pretty bad. So somebody pulled the plug. I'm gonna go find out why before we bring it back to the group so everybody kind of be able to kind of look at it. But that's a good stock right there. You know, brother Dr. He might the wind might have blew down there, man. We got to make sure we gonna pull up the chart. What we got next?
All right.
DD, you got anything? Any of the girls, y'all got something? Your mic is muted, Miss Turner.
Miss Turner.
Miss
Two.
Nicole.
Oh, she's talking to somebody, I think.
Oh.
Mic muted. She might be going, okay.
Yeah, she's doing something.
Mr.
You
Jason,
gotta
I'm gonna
type
have to
it
get
in.
back to you, man, on this. I found a lot of stuff, but I gotta go through and break it down, man. I want you to
Yeah, I see it. It's just I just had to kind of Google it for some reason because it's not coming. It comes up on some sites and others. But I sent a screenshot to Stacy. Looks like it's a mutual fund.
Is
But,
it
yeah,
a
that's what it
is it a
is.
SPAC or something?
Nah, it's a ETF, and I gotta figure out which
Okay.
part of the ETF can we get into because it's tied. It's
What we
tied
could
to
do is take a look at the company real quick
yeah.
as far as the fundamentals, not the charts, and maybe we can all take a look at it and kind of see what the snapshot looked like, you know?
Yeah, and then maybe later in the week we'll post in the group what we find from so everybody can actually see it.
All right. I'm gonna bring it up real quick, man. Hold on.
What was the name of it?
It's PLDX.
Yeah.
It's
It's
a
gonna come
fund
up.
family. So maybe we could take a look, and it's not coming up on TraderView, that's for sure.
Well, you gotta pull it. You gotta pull it up online because the X that's the part that's the part I gotta research first because it has more than one class. On the ETF, it's got a couple. It's kind of like an ARC. It's kind of like ARC. You know how we have ARK and then you have ARKF, ARKZ.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a ETF, but I gotta figure out what party we
it's
in.
class 1 or class I.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
I gotta do some research on it, and I find, like I said, I look through it this week. I'm gonna try to Jason. I'll probably try to do it whatever day I go live this week, and try to post it on the chat, and then you come back or I send it. If you send your email to me in the chat, and I send it to you.
Is that it?
Yeah, this is it right here.
That's Morgan Stanley. Huh?
Yeah, it's Morgan Stanley. So I guess the first thing, it like right now it's not giving us any earnings per share at all, but it tells us that their assets is 461 million. And let's just take a look in their portfolio, see what's in there. In their portfolio, they have Georgia Pacific, and I'm just calling out the things we may know. U.S. Treasury, they got some J.P. Morgan in there, Ford
Yeah.
Credit. So some type of mutual fund. These are the top 10 holdings in there.
Government related, mobile time.
They don't give a whole lot of data. Okay, let's see.
Bonds.
It doesn't say a whole lot about it. We can just check out the chart. Let's see. Maybe can we see what their 5-year chart looks like? 5-year. Okay, so it looks like, from 2017, the stock pretty much remains flat. Then, of course, in 2021 or 2020, I'm sorry,
That's COVID.
with Corona went down to $7. But it looks like since 2017, it averaged about $8 a share. So not a whole lot of movement in the stock. So I don't know, maybe they pay a lot of dividends, or they may pay, steady dividend or stuff like that. But the stock seems pretty flat. So
I did see online that it does have a dividend. And so like I said, that's why I was gonna look at it. It does have a dividend that it actually pays out. I didn't get a chance to see how much. But
maybe that's what it is.
yeah, I think
Maybe it's like a solid stock like AT&T that just constantly pays a dividend out.
yeah.
So this probably will be something good for like one of your drip accounts you talking about.
Right? Maybe it depends on
Now,
what the
Stacey, you pulling up MLPDX?
Yeah, he pulling up. He got yeah, he got MP. It's MLPDX.
Okay, my dyslexia kicking in.
Hey, it's okay. It's Sunday night, man. Everybody had a good weekend. It was hot. Ain't nobody studying Corona.
All right. So maybe that's the whole deal. Maybe it will come up on Trading View.
It won't. I already looked into it. It ain't. It's just I found some stuff on it because we got to find the number. It's a fund tied to a lot of stuff, and it's
Well,
not.
let's take a look at the snapshot then. Now this was worth $2 billion. Worth $2 billion. Closed at $3.62 a share. And let's look at their chart here. Okay. So this is the 5-year chart. Okay, they've been around for a long time.
Yeah,
So,
and they just changed management in 2019. Somebody just started managing it. They just did a managerial change of who manages it, the guy that manages it. So
That causes a
one
stock
time
right
they
there.
were like around $12 a share, close to $11.
mm-hmm.
So they're at $4. So it does have some upside. What do they do?
They manage the processing of oils. From what I found, they manage the processing of oil, pipelines, and some different. Let me give it to you real quick because I got it right here. They do exploration, production, and mining of minerals, natural resources, and derivatives. So basically, they're in the mining field, pretty much, or the drilling field.
I see it right here.
Yeah.
So here's the top 10 right here.
Yeah.
Energy Transfer, Sunco, Western Midstream, U.S. Compression, and a couple others here. So they're in the energy field.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this right here, though. All these companies that they invested in are up, except for this last company, this propane company, and maybe they fallen up under like the Biden plan. So, according to these numbers right here, Jason, and the companies that they're invested in, up 9. This company's up 9%, 20%, 6, 21. I mean, they only have one red company, and right now, with the way the market is right now in technology, they're positive. It looks like it may not be a bad play.
Yeah, they look good.
It may not be a bad play.
So would you consider doing an option on something like that?
I don't know. Let's see what the option chart look like. Do this thing has an option chart?
Snapshot, E-Trade. Yeah, they should have an option.
It ain't like TD Ameritrade though. I don't think it comes up without you have. You gotta have an account like for
But
this one to see
pull
that.
it up in your in your
Franco.
TD
Hold on.
Ameritrade account, Frank, and see what the options look like.
All right, y'all move on because I got it. I don't have that. I didn't have my.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I ain't have. I ain't got it pulled up right
Oh yeah,
now.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, because I got it on.
That's right.
Give me a
Maybe
second.
Sam will pull it up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could pull it up and look for it, but give me a second. You know.
Uh, let me check it in Yahoo real quick and see.
Yeah, you have to pull it up because I can't. Like I said, I don't have mine up right now.
All right, let's just see if they give us. Let us see what the option looks like on this stock.
Um. Oh, let me look at my phone because I can pull it out of my phone.
All right.
So option on that. Give me a second. Um,
Macy's. Macy's. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-mm-mm.
oh,
Mm-mm-mm.
I didn't show it either. Didn't show it either.
Mm-mm.
I think that's one of the ones.
It doesn't show it for some reason, Jason. It doesn't show it. I'm
Yeah,
gonna give it
that's one of them.
option card.
That's one of the ones we're gonna have to go back and look at because it don't have an option change.
Okay.
Yeah, it don't
Okay.
have. It don't have an option change.
All right. What about the Well, we'll come back. What about the airlines? We talked about that last week. Did anybody get in on that, or where we at on the airlines?
It
Man,
had a pullback on the airlines a little bit last week. They actually lost a little money too.
Well, now who lost? Okay.
All
What
of
did we
them.
look at? We looked at American, right? Spirit.
American, Delta.
What's Delta? Delta is what? DEL?
Yeah,
Right,
DEL. They're at 47. They were at 50. They're at 47. Love's is at Love, which is Southwest, they're at 58. But they still had a pullback too.
I mean, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I don't want to sound like Big Bad Daddy, but uh, we forgetting that these folks trying to get a stimulus pass. So they had to make it look like the money was drying up. You know,
True.
they had to make it look like the money was drying up, so the market took a dip. I mean, there's so many factors besides the manufacturing, but you know, these folks the best at it. You know, I hate to quote the old president, but we
Ooh.
got some of the best financial markets in the world.
Oh yeah.
This right here is American. I mean, that's like Spirit Airlines right here. And check this out. Look at the moving average, how it's going up.
Up.
Look at the buyers in the market.
Yep.
Right? But then look at the stock.
Well, I mean, it's a little dip.
You know?
You know, heard that
So
song? When
that's
I dip, you dip, you. When I dip, you dip, you dip. How they
hey,
said? When I dip, you dip, you. How it go? When the market dip, I dip.
that's the airplane taking off. It bounces off the freeway a couple times and then it take off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, you gotta. When
There
you
you
dip,
go.
I dip, you dip.
Man.
I like
But
that though.
I still think, man, I mean, is it just me or does it seem like this economy is opening back up, y'all?
It's open back
is.
up.
It's opening back up.
I was listening to it, man. Hey, they getting ready to take off. I'm telling you, man.
This thing
I
taking
told
back
you
off.
there is no way they're gonna sit home a whole nother year. No way.
So I think stocks like this, you know what
Get
thing
them
we
now.
never looked at though? We hadn't charted up a good casino stock.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. When I was on my way, get this. When I was on my way to Washington last week, there was a billboard and it was advertising none other than DraftKings.
Ooh. Yeah, DraftKings is a good one, man. The unicorn, man, I know he ain't here tonight. We want to give a big shout out to him, man.
Here in Africa.
Yeah, we want to make sure he stay safe, send the prayer warriors and the spirits up, man, to take care of the unicorn while he over in Ghana. Yeah, man, DraftKings is Oof.
We can pull it up. Let's take a look at it and see what's happening with DraftKings. Because I remember Unicorn got back in DraftKings around $30, I think it was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah. And
He got it when it was cheap.
Yeah, he got it when it was real cheap. Because he was telling us to get in, and I think all of us were so busy with everything else. There it is. Look, there it is back out for when we looked at it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, right here, right here.
Right there.
Right here. We looked at DraftKings in October. Around October, we were looking at DraftKings and trying to get in at $38.
$38. And look at it. It's already at 61.
Yeah, we missed
What's the next play? I'm trying to tell y'all people. What's the next play?
I think
the only boy.
Man. I think though the biggest thing, man. I think we gotta have to kind of wait this next couple of days until this stimulus hit. You know, they playing political games right now, so you just gotta hold your portfolio, let them do what they do, and then just keep watching the market. I mean, don't you know what I mean? Because I can't tell you, I'm part of the losing ones last week. Made me feel bad.
Well, I mean, but
I ain't never gonna feel bad.
No, because listen, man. In order for the market to make money, it has to go down. That's the name of the game. It goes up, it goes down. It goes up, it goes down. That's the name of the game. It has to go down. You can't expect for this thing to rise forever.
Correct.
It's not gonna. So
you just gotta be able to operate when it's going up or down.
Right.
Look at it when it's going down. That's when I'm my opportunity to make more money.
Right. So buy good companies this week. Buy really, really good companies. Do your research. Chart it up. But just buy good companies. And I think you'll be okay on the long term. Buy good companies.
And for anybody that's thinking about buying, now is the time when you would ask us, hey, can you chart this for me? Because if you're thinking about buying into anything and then later on you buy into it and we didn't chart, we possibly could catch something that you don't catch. And then you know not to buy into it. You never know.
What was this? What was the stock you bought a couple of weeks ago? Let's take a look at it. The stock you bought a couple of weeks ago.
Who?
Nicole.
Yeah.
Nicole.
Which one was it? Was it the,
What you say, Nicole?
was it the technology stock?
I think it was. You remember the ticker?
I'm on my in my portfolio.
Okay.
Which one was it?
It was
the one problem
that was really cheap.
Gamal gave it to me, but you gave it to me.
Oh, was it was it the CTRM?
Let's see. CTRM. Is that it?
I think so, because it was
that technology stock?
Yeah.
It could have been. Okay.
Yeah, it pulled back too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I lost some money. I was sad last week.
Were you? Well, don't be sad.
Don't be sad. Hey, Nicole, if I would buy some more of it right now.
Let's see. When we're looking at it, that's the daily chart.
I'll let it pull back a little bit more though.
There's sellers in the market right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we look at the hourly chart. The hourly chart.
Buyers right there.
Buyers in the market right now.
Like I said, I would buy more of it right now.
I'll do that tomorrow, Sammy. Thank you.
Yeah, they said it's buyers.
I'm not your fiduciary advisor.
I know you're not.
Hey,
Thank you for that disclaimer, though. Thank you.
I install TVs. TV repairman.
Hey man, pull up SWCH. Give me SWCH. We talked about this a while. We checking back in on this one. Now this one,
Ouch.
but
I don't know what's wrong with that. Let's see.
well, You know, I've been
Wh-
checking in on this company ever since I went out there.
Which,
Big data company, man. We got a
yeah, I heard you say something about this. That's here in Georgia, right?
yeah, it's right here. It's right there. In, it's the military data center that's right there on the other side of Fulton Industrial.
Yeah,
And
you talked to me
I
about
put some
talked to us about
cameras
that
up
one.
out here for 'em. And ever since I put them cameras out there for 'em,
Stop and go.
huh? What you
Stop and go down ever since.
yeah, you know, I gotta plug in Neurowave. But yeah, we put some cameras out there on their data center, and I've been keeping up with it. But they, you know, like I said, man, this place, they got 3 buildings out there, man, that they already sold out. That's the crazy part about this company. They got land that they building that ain't even built, and it's already sold out. So I'm trying to keep a watch on them as much as I can to kind of watch what they doing, because the price kind of going down to the bottom. But if you go back a little bit, you'll see they keep trying to push back up. But with the whole data center is going to be the thing, everybody going to cloud. I mean, you got to realize everybody is going to be at the cloud sooner or later. And if they got 3 buildings already sold out, and they hadn't even built the building, they gonna, you know, the company got to be doing something. They got too much money already in the bank from orders of people wanting to be here in Atlanta at that data center. So if I want to try to keep up with them as much as possible, because right now they on a downtrend, but we want to catch them back in. I don't even think it's worth even trying to chart it up. I seen what I need to see. Um,
All right. I got one I want to take a look at that I was just kind of curious about it. Don't own it, but everybody always talk about this lady named Kathy Woods, right?
mm-hmm.
I heard.
So this is her ETF right here. She's real big in the market, and right now Wall Street is kind of beating her up. And this is the chart.
Dang, she been on a straight uptrend, bro.
Yeah, she's nice. Let me see if I can pull up that portfolio.
Well,
So
the
we can,
craziest thing about it's kind of like that thing I posted in the group. You do one thing wrong, everybody want to laugh at you, but they don't see the
Yeah,
other 10 things. And that lady ain't gonna tell you no lie. She bad.
yeah.
Hey, she bad, man.
we
I
got a
be,
couple of
Hey,
ETFs, man, that doing pretty good.
hey, man, she bad. I've been studying her. Hey, listen, man. Whoever in her camp coming up with the way they're investing and picking their money, she bad.
hey, hey, DD, I got a question. Can you hear me, DD?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I think she's sleeping. DD, I got a question.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me? What's wrong,
Well, you don't
DD?
know that.
Hey,
Man,
no,
you
no,
watch the
no.
press right there.
This is about the jewelry that she sells, and I'm wondering, is the company on the Dow? Because she could be making money both ways. She could be investing in the company
Oh,
and
DD, look, when you got
selling it. I don't know. I don't know the name of it.
DD, we
Man,
need to talk. Let's do it. We're gonna put DD on. You know, we'll do a recording. We want to get DD out there. If she's selling something, we figure out
What's
a
the
way to
name
help.
of the company?
DD. Here she come. Here she come.
Yeah, you know, we want to help.
Is the name of the company that you sell your jewelry through? Is it on the Dow?
It's no,
It's not.
no.
Oh, okay. All right. I be
It's
looking
for
for different ways to
paparazzi
make
accessories.
money. That's all.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
I got something I want to chart up.
What?
Let's go.
All right, hey, I'm shutting my screen down. Hold on. I'm shutting my screen
He
down.
got some. Look,
Hey, we got a big wolf coming through, y'all.
hey, look, he got some Dominican rum over there. Let's see what he got.
We got a
You've
big
been
wolf.
drinking
see what he
Dominican coffee.
Hey, look, we need some Dominican rum. He over there in Santo Domingo.
That.
Hey, man, you know, they trying to get me to go. I can't get stuck over there, man. With all them girls dancing, you know what I'm saying?
Boy, stop. You
Well,
can't do that.
Can't be over there, man.
Hey, man, this is a family show.
So, as I was saying,
All right, man. Pull up what you got. What you got? Ah, that's funny. You
why
know,
you need to tell my brother?
oh man, you know you good. Trust me, man. I mean, I got something to tell you. You know, we about at the
All
end
right,
of the
everybody,
day.
God dog.
Everybody can see.
What in the
Yeah.
world is that?
That is gold, baby. Hard gold.
Man,
Oh,
All
it's
right,
down.
I want to talk about gold.
let's talk
All right.
about gold.
A lot of people
It
have
has
made
a
lot
direct
of
effect with Bitcoin though. But go ahead.
Bitcoin and the American dollar.
Yep.
Talk
That
about it.
nasty old thing. All right. This thing has been going up and down. Every time you hear some news, it affects gold because it affects gold, but it affects the US dollar. I believe in looking at the trend here. We started back in January this year. Gold went up to 1958. Why did gold go up high? Franco was just talking about it. Bitcoin and what up? And what up?
The blockchain.
The blockchain,
The stimulus check.
the stimulus checks, the cryptocurrency, everything happened right around January when they released a little bit of money.
Yeah. Anytime the government gives money away, they gotta what? They gotta print it up,
Yep.
the value of the dollar. So normally when the value of the dollar goes down, prices go up, gold go up, silver go up. Because people and institutions try to find a way to back their investments. And normally they probably dump, normally most likely that's what they dump into due to how the markets move. So as we look in here back in January, price went up to 1958. What happened when we were here to February? It started to take a dip. Dip, dip, dip. So now what we're looking for is like, where will price stop taking a dip at? If we're down to here, $1,700, I would say buy in.
We're at 1,700.
Down to, yep, and come down. If you guys got anything like you getting one of those, I think it's Webull, other Forex trading markets, like I think Webull let you buy in on gold too, where you can trade against the US dollar. It'll be great to buy in on it. If you got any questions, you guys know where to reach us on the WhatsApp, and we can tell you how you can earn some money off some pips, you know, in case you want to look into the gold, because gold has a big impact on how money moves in the markets.
Oh, y'all thought we only did stocks. We got a man that knows Forex too.
Oh, and he is not a fiduciary advisor.
And he is not, but he's a Forex trader as well.
Yes, sir. But I made a lot of money off gold.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He in the DR. He can say he's an advisor and everything.
Yeah, he can say everything over there, you know.
It's when you come across that line, boy, you in trouble. You in trouble.
Hey,
I
man.
am listening.
Hey, it's definitely.
Gold is at a great buying price right now.
Okay.
It's getting there. Not yet, but it's getting there.
And on our side, if we're not doing Forex, we might look at buying into like a gold ETF or something like that.
Yeah,
Same
gold,
thing.
and an option play as well.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Options
that's a
on
good one, Stacey.
options on gold.
nice. Because so your theory is when we get the stimulus money in, right?
It's gonna go up.
The dollar, which is going to go gold up.
Yep, just like it did in January. They dropped the money when January went up.
Ooh, that's a good play right there.
That's
So
a
you're
nice
looking
play.
at what, 3 months of two
Next
month
play.
window.
You talking about when they gonna drop the stimulus?
Yeah.
They finna drop-
It's
they
gonna
finna
be
drop
around the
1,400.
summertime. That's why I said that. It's gonna be around the
Every
summertime.
time they drop the money, they go up.
It's got to be around the summer because they're gonna want people to do the traveling. They want it to go back into the economy, not into the bank account.
Yeah. And you see some stocks going to it as well. Whole Fed stuff has dumping money into the system. So
Carnival, all those cruise lines, everything going up.
Well, I think one of the biggest things is, we got proof. We ain't guessing because he just showed on the chart that it's something that if you got some money, we need to try to get in. Uh,
Yes, sir.
So I think that'll be the best thing in the world is to go ahead and look at it. It is the 9 o'clock hour, fellas and ladies and gentlemen, and we got to get everybody to sleep. People starting school in the morning, and people going to bed, and people playing footsie, all at the same time. But we got to get off the line because the internet is hot, and some folk need to go play and have fun. Other than that, man, are we done for the night?
Yes,
Anybody got
sir.
anything else?
Don't be laughing. I'm always having fun in the sun.
Hey, I know, man. I want to come
One,
visit
one
you,
time
man,
for
but
Big Black,
I
one
can't make
time
it.
for Uncle Sam, aka Franco the Luch. Hey man,
Hey, man,
Nicole Tequista Williams?
Tequisha,
No, sir.
sequester.
Sequester.
Hey, it's
Okay.
sequester.
D, don't be laughing at me, D. I'm horrible, man. Please forgive me. If you try to pronounce my name, I'm pretty sure everybody messed it up.
That's crazy, man. All right, man. We finna sign off from streaming, man. Y'all, everybody have a good night. Is one of the situations, man. Appreciate y'all for coming again. See y'all next Sunday. Catch y'all through the week. Let's get the WhatsApp chat going on, and we'll figure out. Mr. Jason, if you still here, I'll get some information and search for you, man. What you got, and we'll get back to you. And anybody else, man, make sure you come with your information next week. Let's find out where the money is, and work together as a group and try to make this thing happen, man. Y'all have a wonderful night. All right. I want to thank everybody for coming out and joining Next Play Investors. One of the biggest things that we got everything handled and everything else, and we want to thank y'all for coming out. We always building other people, trying to get them to come and build relationships and do all kinds of other things with the community. And we want to make sure everybody knows, it's a community thing, man. We sit around and we try to have fun, and we talk about stocks and we keep up and track of what's going on. Next Play Investor is a vision of just trying to teach, educate, and do. We also, if you have a business and you want to come on the show and talk, we're looking for people to spread their word to. Just because of the fact it's a community-based show, group economics, get the word out. However we can do it, whatever part we can play, we trying to play. We trying to play and actually do and build. We want to thank you for everything that everybody coming out and actually joining us. Catch us every week. Join us on the Facebook group. Join us on the Facebook group. Catch us on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe. Join in on the Snapchat. You can find it. You can find the link to the actual Facebook group in Facebook at Next Play Investors. On Facebook, you can find a link to the Snapchat inside of the group. Join the page, like, comment, share, leave questions and comments. And we want to thank you for coming out. See you next Sunday. And as always, what we say is, what's the next play? And we want to thank y'all, and y'all have a wonderful night. Goodbye.